Hey everybody, welcome back to Life and Lolo. It is Wednesday, so you know what time it is. It is time for our bad acting, good storyline, recap review of Tyler Perry's Sistas. This is season 1, episode 8, Oh Faithful. So let's just jump into it. It opens up at Andi going into her apartment. Now I'm gonna pause right there because in last week's episode, tell me if I'm wrong. Didn't she ask the grandson to take her to her job? I could have sworn she said she was going to her job to get some stuff or whatever like that. How she end up at her house? And where he dropped her off didn't look like no apartment. It looked like it was a whole workplace or whatever. So how she get to the apartment? I don't. I was confused on that part because I could have sworn she asked that boy to take her to the office to pick up some stuff. But apparently he dropped her off at her apartment. So she come in there. She like, oh hey baby, what's going on? He was just like, who that? He pacing the floor. He was like, who was that? She was just like, what? He was like, who was that? The man that dropped you off. Stalker much? So you looking out the window at me? Why? Just why? And what floor she live on? She live on the first floor, second floor. Like she don't live in no high rise apartment because I know, because that looked like Atlanta, and she had said Peachtree, and I know Peachtree all up and down Atlanta. So that's a lot of high rise apartments. She don't live in no high rise. What floor she live on that he can see that she was hugging on some man? Okay, but he's stalkerish. Anyway, she was like, what? Like, you looking out the window? Like, why? He was just like, well, I just want to know who that man is. Is that him? She was just like, what are you talking about? So she pretty much told him that what happened. Like the lady fainted, the grandson drove her home, and all this other stuff. She really did not owe him no explanation. Cause y'all know I do not like this man. So I would have told him none of your business. Okay? I don't owe you nothing. You married. Go ask your wife where she been and who that. Okay. Anyway, so he apologized. He talking about he should have been more sensitive. He just out his head with the whole divorce and everything that's going on. Oh well. Anyway, so what happened? He was just like, oh, I shouldn't have asked you to take my wife's case or whatever like that. I don't know what I was thinking when I asked you to do that and stuff like that. And so she was just like, well, I'm taking the case and stuff. He was like, oh, you ain't had to do that for me. Why you think it's about him? Everything ain't about you, Gary. Everything ain't about you. Oh, narcissistic ass. But anyway, she was just like, oh no, it ain't about you. My boss told me I needed to take this case or whatever like that. And if I don't take this case, I can lose my job and blah blah blah. So, and my thing is, like, you really don't have to take no case. It's your God-given right. If you a lawyer or whatever, like, you don't have to take a case. Like, why the boss can't take the case? If he's so concerned that about the woman, the wife money or whatever, or the Gary's money, I should say, why he won't take the case? He can't practice, like he can't. What? I don't even understand. Like, why he pushing Andi so hard to take this case? If he really want this case, why he can't take it? Oh, that boss getting on my nerves. But anyway, he not in this episode, so let me stop talking about this man. Shoot. What happened? Oh, so she was just like, she said something, and she was just, because he was like really pissing her off because he kept questioning her about the guy and all this other stuff. So she was pretty much like, look. Oh yeah, because he said something. Because oh yeah, she was just like, oh okay, well I gotta go. I'm about to go out or whatever. And he was like, with him. And she was just like, again, I just told you the goddamn story. I just told you what happened. And she was just like, he was like, oh, well, did you get his number? Like, is you gonna call him? And all. She was just like, dude, like, you married. Like, why are you so concerned? Like, I just don't understand it. Like, why is you so concerned? So she pretty much tell him that she going out with the girls. Again, you ain't owe him no explanation. So he was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just doing. I'm like, you doing too much. And he was like, well, you was acting strange and I ain't know. And she was just like, oh, I'm acting strange. I'm up here about to take your soon-to-be ex-wife or your current wife's case. And I could lose my job. I could lose my license. I can do all of this stuff. So, yeah, I need to clear my head or whatever. So she was getting rah-rah with him. And I was like, yay, finally. But then, oh, so she was like, I'm going out. And he was like, well, what am I supposed to do in here? Sir, who cares what you do? Take a bath, read a book, write a novel, crochet, knit, do something, but I don't care. So he was like, well, I'm going to take a drive or whatever. She was just like, okay, bye. So she do all this rah. She turned the corner. It's some dollar store rose petals on the goddamn bed. They ain't even look. It was just like 5 or 6. Look, he could have did better if he was just trying to really make up and apologize and do all this other stuff. Like, sir, stop. So she fall for it. Like, she was like that. I said, oh, Andy. So he started with this rah. I'm going to love you. I'm going to treat you good. I'm going to do this and all this other stuff. And of course she fell for it. And of course she went in the room. And y'all know what they did. Anyway, we at the club again. We at Freddie D's. So, Bree's sitting there. She by herself. The guy with the big ass bump on his forehead and the gold tooth, he walk up to her again, talking about, oh, come on, baby, let's dance. She like, no, my feet hurt. Deuces. So, Danny walked by with some guy. She snatched Danny up like, sit your ass down. Come on, sit your ass down. And she was just like, what you want? Because you know Danny on 10. So she like, look, I got you a drink. Here, take the drink or whatever like that. And Danny like, look, I'm telling her what Zach said. She was just like, no, don't do that. Don't do that here. We your girls and stuff. And she was like, Zach told me everything. I believe him. He was high, so I believe what he said. And so Bree like, girl, just drink and, you know, like smoke something. She was like, I can't even smoke nothing because he got my pen. So she was like, oh my God. So he gonna be real high, but don't go home and sleep with him or nothing like that. She was like, I ain't sleeping with him. But he might be somewhere butt naked on a pole or some shit, she said. I was just like, Lord. So we see Karen. She over there dancing and stuff like that. And Danny was like, Andy ain't showing. Shit, they don't never show up when I invite them somewhere. We just like... They got their own little clique. Like, they just leave us out. We don't know nothing about this new man. Like, we don't, like, what is going on or whatever. And Brie was like, girl, but you caused that clique. And she was like, how I caused the clique? And she was like, because you just be talking. Like, you don't know you can't hold no water. Like, you just want to talk. And so Brie kept looking at her watch and stuff. She was like, well, why are you looking at your watch? And she was like, well, you know, like, I gotta go home. I gotta, you know, go to work early. She was like, yeah, because you gotta be with a man. And she was like, no, because, you know, I'm tired and stuff. She was like, see, that's what I'm talking about. You don't want to tell me nothing. And she was like, all right, I'm going to go to see him. You know, he's supposed to be coming over. She was like, oh, the red panty guy? See, that's why she don't tell you shit. Like, that right there. That right there. Like, no. You know that was a bad moment for her, so why would you say that? I mean, it was funny, but it was a bad moment for her. So, yeah. So she was like, that's why I don't tell you nothing about nothing and stuff like that, because you always just running with it and stuff. She was like, well, you know, there's some guy you like and stuff. So they just talking. And then Karen woke up. And Karen like, oh, girl, I'm so thirsty. I need a drink or something like that. And so Brie already see it on Danny's face that she about to go off. And she like, no, girl, no. She was just like, you be talking about me? And she was like, what? And she was like, I know you be talking about me. You said that I be eating everything. I can't stick to no diet. I mean, everything? I just be eating everything? Or whatever. And she was like, yeah, I said it. And I said it to your face or whatever. And I was just like, I know that's right, Karen. Don't back down. Don't be backpedaling. Because she was just like, yeah, I said it. I say it to your face or whatever. And she was like, yeah, you be talking about me behind my back. And we don't know about this new man. You don't ever want to tell me nothing. And she was just like, it ain't even nothing serious. Like, I just met this guy at the grocery store. So she started telling him about what's going on or whatever. And so then she tell him how Aaron had tongued her down and then Zach walked up. And so them two, they already know the story. So they not surprised. They was like, oh, what, girl, what? And she was just like, wait a minute. Y'all two ain't surprised. Y'all already know. And they was like, no. She was like, how y'all already know? How y'all know? Who y'all talking to? And she was like, we ain't talking about. And they was like, y'all talking to Zach? How y'all talking to Zach? And it was just like, And so then Bree looked at Danny and was just like, don't do it. And so that's when Danny just blurted out, Zach living with me. And so Karen looking at her like, the fuck? Like that. So she was just like, and so Bree was like, tell her the story, tell her the whole story, just tell her everything, like clean it up or whatever. So she tells Karen about, she was like, yeah, I found out he was homeless, that he wasn't living with no girl, so I took him in and he paying half my rent or whatever. So Karen was just like quiet. And so Danny was just like, see, then she quiet now. Oh, so then you quiet now. You ain't got nothing to say. So you quiet. I was just like, why she trying to get rah-rah? Like, girl, calm down. Just like you doing too much. You just too much right now. So she was just like, no, I just find it funny that he can pay half your rent, but he couldn't pay half my rent. But you know what? He a hustler. And you a hustler. That's why you stay broke. I said, oh no. No, she your friend. So she was just like, oh, you going low. You going down low. And she was like, well, that's what you do. That's what you do. I was just like, all right, so y'all trying to argue. Y'all need to pick it up. Like, put a little more bass up in there. Like, this what you, like, do something. Put your hands up. Do something. Y'all just too calm for me. I don't like it. When people calm like that and they arguing and they about to shoot or some shit, I don't like it. Somebody about to get stabbed or something, child. I don't like how it was just all monotone with it or whatever like that. So Karen was pretty much like, oh, I'm about to leave. Like, I'm about to go or whatever like that. And then Danny was just like, Andi ain't showing. She ain't coming or whatever like that. And, because Danny started taking up for Zach. She was like, she say? She was pretty much like, you talk down to him, you ain't do this for him, she was like really taking up for Zach or whatever like that, and putting Karen down, and Karen ain't like that. So Karen was pretty much like, yo, I'm about to go, I'm about to dip out. And that's when Bree was like, where is Andi? And so we see Andi at home getting her back blown out by Gary. Like, she ain't coming to no goddamn club, but she trying to act like it. Child, bye. But anyway, so they in the bed, they talking about they love each other, blah, blah, blah. So Andi was like, oh, I gotta go. I told the girls I was gonna meet them, and he was just like, oh no, baby, what I gotta do to keep you here, whatever like that. His old manipulative ass, I do not like this man. So, I do not like this man. He can't act, and then he's sneaky. He's just scheming and sneaky and just low down, a cheater, and just all this extra stuff. I do not like this man. Anyway, he gonna say, I want you to stay with me, baby, because I'm scared. Please, somebody tell me what this man scared of. What he scared of? What is he scared? Like, you was the offender. Like, you the cheater. What is you scared of? Like, scared of what? Scared of what? This is not the first time you done left your wife to be with Andi. This is not the first time you done left any woman to be with another woman. Like, this ain't the first time. This is not your first offense. You are a serial cheater. Okay, so what are you scared of? Talking about he want her to stay with him tonight and be in the bed. I just was like, he just too much. And so she was like, oh, okay, well, what, do something to make me stay or something. She was saying stupid because Andi was irritating my life at that point. And so, what happened? Something happened. Did she get up? Was that when she got up? Oh yeah, because she was just like, oh, I'm gonna call him and let him know or whatever. He was like, no, just text them, baby, just text them and stuff. So something happened, some kind of way the PI came up because she was like, oh, because he was just like, he was worried. He'd been in the house staring and like getting restless and stuff like that in the house without her being there. And then she was just like, oh wait, did the PI follow you over here? Did the PI follow you from my job to here, back here, whatever like that? He was just like, that's all you thinking about is the PI? I'm pouring my heart out and stuff like that, and all you thinking about the PI? Yes. Yeah, did you not just hear her say she could lose her everything because of your stupid ass? Like, yes, she worried about this PI. Where is the PI? Did the PI follow you to the apartment? And he's talking about, oh, I can watch my back and stuff like that. Dude, you ain't even know it was a PI. So he's trying to figure out why she want to call the PI and all this other stuff. He worried about the wrong stuff. So she was just like, all right. Like, I just don't have time for this foolery. I'm going to be back. So she go out in the kitchen. She called the girls or call Karen and tell Karen that she not coming or whatever. Because Karen was like, girl, where is you at? Because I'm about to go. And she was like, well, something came up. Me and Gary, we talking and stuff. She was like, all right. And so Bree was like, well, where's she at? Where's going on? She was like, something came up or whatever like that. And Danny was just like, what'd I tell you? Or whatever. So Andy heard her. And she was just like, what she mean by that or whatever? And she was like, girl, I'll tell you in the car. So Danny, she egging her on. See, that's what I'm talking about. You gonna go in the car and talk more trash about me? Yeah, go on, call your friend when you get back in the car and stuff. And I was just like, oh, girl, you doing too much. So, Karen was just like, girl, I'll talk to you later. I gotta go. So she hung up the phone with Andy. Andy was like, what is going on? What's going on? She was just like, all right, girl, I'll call you back. So she hung up the phone with her. So we see Bree and Danny. Bree is basically telling her like, stop, whatever. And because Karen already left. And because Danny was just going off still. And she said I should have effed him when I could. Or whatever, talking about sex. I was like, oh, really? So you was just going... Now, I don't know if she was talking about before she hooked him up with Karen or after. Now, if she was talking about before she hooked him up with Karen, okay, that's fine, because they wasn't even together. But after, girl, that's too much. So her phone was ringing and stuff like that, and Andy was like, not Andy, Bree was like, it's probably Andy. She was like, well, I'm definitely not answering. So Danny left. So then Andy called Bree. Bree picked up the phone and was trying to tell her about what happened. And that's when Karen was calling Andy. So Andy had clicked off with Bree and spoke to Karen. So Karen was just like, girl, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Tell me the tea. What's going on? She was like, no. And she was like, well, just tell me. So then she finally tell her that Zach is living with Danny and what happened or whatever. And she was just like, she talking about something. I talked down to him and it's my fault and all this stuff. So she was like, well, she was like, oh, you taking her side? She was like, I'm not taking nobody's side. It ain't about right or wrong. But you kind of... She was like, what? I do what? She was like, you know what? I don't even want to have this conversation with you, because Karen was like really in her feels and stuff. She was like, I don't want to have this conversation with you. Let's just do this tomorrow. Not when you like this, because I can't talk to you like this. And she was like, all right. I listen. She was like, no, let's just do this tomorrow. So she was like, I'll call you tomorrow and we can talk. She was like, all right, whatever. So then she hung up the phone. We see Karen, she got home. And when she got home, y'all, I really thought that Aaron or their wife was going to pop up. I don't know about y'all, but I was like, oh my God, don't let them pop up. This is not the time. But that's not why they had showed her. They showed her texting this guy named Rico, and she was telling him to bring like wine or whatever. I was like, he must be a F buddy or whatever like that, FB. So, you know, like booty call, get your mind right or whatever like that. And so then we see Andy, she back in the room with Gary, and she come back in and she was just like, all right, I'll be back or whatever. And he was like, damn, I thought you just, cancel with them and stuff like that. And she was like, Karen going through something, so I gotta go check on her. I'll be back though, whatever. And she was like, can I borrow your car? And he was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And she was like, oh no, never mind. Because the PI could be following me and I don't want that. So I was like, good. Finally, using your brain. So he was just like, well, no, it shouldn't be no problem. It's late or whatever like that. PIs don't usually sleep. That's when they stay up, because it's late night booty time. It's booty calling hours. Like, boy, stop. So anyway, she was like, no, I just call an Uber. And so he said something. Oh, he said something about how she paying for the PI. Or whatever. And she was like, I don't know, don't she have her own money? He was like, she moving money? She moving my money or whatever? And she was just like, what? No, I didn't say any of that. And he was just like, because if she moves the money, then it's going to be a problem for both of us. And she was like, what? Like, no, like, no. I'm not, you just apologize for putting me in this nonsense. And now you still doing it. He was like, oh, I'm sorry, baby. So she was like, So then she left. She went into the bathroom, got dressed or whatever like that. So she mad all over again. I don't even know why she stopped getting mad the first time. Because you saw some rose petals on the bed. Girl, that's all it took. Was some rose petals. Stop. Anyway, so next we see Danny. We had Danny police or whatever. She just got home. She took her shoes off. When they pan that camera into her bedroom, and this boy was a booty ball naked with his ass up in it. Well, it wasn't up in the air. It was flat on the bed. But he was just butterball naked. Okay. I said, oh my God. He was knocked out. Okay. But he must have just got out the tub or something and just laid on her bed because he was just so high and just done or whatever. So she go try to lay down on the couch. Bree called her and was just like, you okay? She picked up the weed pen. I was like, damn, how much stuff is in that pen? Because she ain't fill it up enough. And if he was smoking it all night, it was still weed in it. Okay. But anyway, Bree called her and Bree is like, where is that? And she was like, he is in my bed. And she was like, oh my God, why is he in your bed, girl? I said, this is too much. Why you got to tell your friend not to sleep with somebody that ain't her man? Well, yeah, it's not her man. It's not Karen man either. But that's her friend. You know, like, come on. Like, why must one tell another friend not to sleep with a friend's ex? Like, that shouldn't even be part of a conversation. That should just be like a no-go. Like, no. So she was just like, all right, girl, bye. Like, I'll talk to you later. Just go play with Panty Boy. I'm not sleeping with this man. I'm not even engaging in this foolery. Like, just go or whatever like that. We at Bree place. Not Aaron. What is that man named Calvin? He is sitting there. He about tired or whatever like that. He waiting for her. Because you know they're supposed to get the freak on tonight or whatever. She apologizes and whatever. They get in the house. She's so damn goofy. But they get in the house. Of course, he just started tonguing her down and blah, blah, blah. She pulled out his pants. He got on the yellow pair of Victoria's Secret drawers. Okay. She like, oh my God. So she did it again. And then, of course, she just wanted him to, I can't even get it out. She just wanted him to give her head or whatever. Like that. And he like, no. What's going on? Because you did the same thing the last time. And he was just like, you should use your words. And she was like, don't talk to me like I'm your child and stuff. And so like the whole the whole mood was like ruined at that point. Like, who wanna do something after that? So she basically tell him like, it's the draws. Like, I'm not with the draws. And she was just like, they kind of feminine. He was like, oh, do you think so, really? So you want to tell me this man ain't think these draws was feminine? Like, just stop. Just stop, Tyler. Stop. Either he gonna be metro by a gay. But I am tired of this storyline. I am tired of it now. Let's just stop it. So he was just like, he basically was just like, you judging me and all this other stuff. And she was like, no, I'm not judging you, but I just like my men a certain way. I like my men in boxers with dirty nails, like your feet prettier than mine and blah, blah, blah. I mean, like, this man might be metro. He like to take care of himself. What's wrong with a man getting a petty and a manny? Like, who wants all that gunk underneath their nails and then they trying to do stuff to you and then you getting infections and all that other stuff? That's nasty. Like, no. You don't want no man with dirty nails. No, that's nasty. That's nasty, girl. Like, get you a clean man. He is clean. Now, he just need to change his drawers, but he is clean. Like, why are we just arguing about this man's nails and his feet? Like, no. No, you don't want that. No. As a medical professional, you do not want to date nobody with no dirty nails. And they start playing with your stuff. And then it's just, you don't want to introduce that bacteria into your vagina. Like, that's nasty. But anyway, he was pretty much like, we don't need to do this. Like, I'm not the man for you. Like, you want me, but you don't want me. Or whatever. You want to make me into what you want me to be, and I'm just me type thing. And she was like, no, I don't think so. So he was just like, let's just cool it. Let's just try to get to know each other. Let's like not be together, not intimate or nothing like that, but let's try to get to know each other. And my thing is, maybe y'all should just be friends. Okay? Because what do sitting down getting to know each other, how is that going to change the fact that you are who you are? Like, if you like feminine stuff and she don't like that in her men, what is getting to know each other going to change? It's not going to change nothing. You still going to like to be like, metrosexual, whatever, getting your nails done, wearing the lacy drawers, wearing the cute little clothes. Like, you still going to do that. You're not going to change just because you get to know her. And so then he said something like, well, I'm not pointing out the stuff that I don't like about you. So then she got all in her feels, and he was just like, you know what? I'm not going down this rabbit hole. I will see you tomorrow. And he was pretty much like, I'm going to call you tomorrow. But again, they just need to be friends, because she's not going to change her position, and he's not going to change himself, which he shouldn't. He should just be him, and she should just find somebody like who just dirty. Just find somebody who's dirty. Like, Bree, just whatever. But anyway, we see Karen, she at her house, and then the dude Rico, he come over, he got the wine and stuff. So she like, he was like, well, I was surprised you called me, because I've been thinking about you and stuff like that. And she was like, yeah, I got a situation and stuff like that. Come on, Rico, let's go. Like, pop the wine open, let's get it. And so he was like, no, you can't be treating me like no piece of meat. I love you, and I've been talking to I've been wanting to talk to you. So I'm like, yo, she was. He was just like, we don't never talk. She was like, it's the reason why. Like, just come on. So she whipped the condom out. She opened up the condom. I was like, yo, see, you supposed to be a whole FB. Like, dude, we don't talk. Like, why are we talking? Like, we just supposed to be getting hot and heavy and sweaty. Like, why is we talking? Like, stop all this chat. Let's just get to the business. Like, pop the wine, drink the wine, sip, and let's bow cheeky wow. Like, why? So he all of his feels and stuff. So then he broke it down and was like, you know what? I'm not no piece of meat. I am getting married. I just came over here to let you know that you can't use me no more. She was just like, what? So he left the wine and bounced and stuff like that. I said, Jesus help him. So Andy walks in as he walking out. So she was just like, was that Rico? And she was like, girl, yeah. But he told me off, girl. He told me he getting married and all this other stuff. She was like, what? Rico? And Karen was just like, yeah, he ain't my slab of pork no more, or some foolishness she said. So Andy starts telling her about Gary and how she gonna ask him to leave and all this other stuff. And she was just like, oh, because Andy told her that she met somebody. She told her about the grandson and stuff like that. And she was just like, it just felt like I knew him and stuff. And she was smiling, and she seemed like genuinely happy about meeting the grandson and stuff like that. And so Karen was just like, well, you just gotta make sure that you tell Gary what you want, because he's leaving his wife or whatever. And she was like, oh, I will. And I think I'm just gonna let him he just wanted to bounce, like he got to go or whatever like that. And next we see Zach. He wake up, child. He bumping in the shit. He done woke Danny up and stuff like that. Danny got in her bed, and then Zach, because he got his eyes closed, he has a kite, and he get in the bed with her, and he's got his lips all. I was just like, dude, no. And she pulling away. She really pulling away. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, she pulling away and stuff like that. But next episode, I don't know. I don't know if she was playing with him, pretending like they slept together, or they really did sleep together. She just gave in. So we'll see. That was pretty much it for the episode. Like I said, and I say it all the time, bad acting, but the storyline is very interesting. So I am hooked. And that's pretty much it, all I got to say about this week's episode. I will see y'all next time. Please like and subscribe to me so you can continue to watch my little crazy all over the place ass. And thank you again to everyone who subscribes to my channel and who watches my videos. I love you, and I greatly appreciate it. Like, I really, really, really do. Anyway, until next time, y'all.